Hey guys, and welcome to the first project share on this channel in I don't even know how long. It's been quite a few months since I actually made anything, but I finally managed to make some stuff at the end of June. I made a total of 33 A2 size cards. I just used up some loose 12x12 and 6x6 paper, but I had pulled out a whole bunch way back in April when I thought I was going to make these, because back in the spring, Project 39 mini albums had put a call out for collaborators to have people make thank you cards for first responders, frontline workers, that kind of thing. And I had intended to join that and then didn't end up making anything, but that was why I pulled out the paper. So some of these that I made are thank you cards, some are just like encouragement cards, general hello cards, that kind of thing. And then of course I also made these cards because I wanted to play with the goodies that were sent to me by Beebeecraft. So all 33 of these cards were made with the November 2019 Sheetload of Cards card sketch. And I used just different items from my stash. As you know, I've been working on a huge embellishment and sticker organization project, and as I've been working through that, that has allowed me to find more embellishments to use. So some of these, like this is a sticker from a sticker book, this is a cardstock sticker that I got in a CT sampler kit, this is a stamp sentiment. It's a whole variety of different things that I used for the sentiments. And then I also have some of the items from Beebeecraft. Some of these I didn't really embellish, and some I embellished a bit more, and these ones are kind of in between because the patterns are pretty busy. But these little pink gems on these two were from Beebeecraft. And then these little square, I think they're acrylic, these little teal squares were also from Beebeecraft. I really like them. They're a little hard for my stubby fingers to use because they're so small, but they are so pretty. These two cards I did embellish a little more with the same acrylic squares from Beebeecraft, just to give it a little more interest because the sentiments were so small. So this one, I just kind of thought the blue ones sort of helped pull in the blue from this sticker, and then also the pink because they're primarily pink cards. And then I just did pink and white on the corners here. And then these three, I kind of thought they were busy enough as they were, so I didn't add any embellishments to them. These three here, again, I just sort of embellished a little bit with the acrylic squares. And then this one, because it didn't have quite as much going on, I did two blue corners and two white corners. And this circle here, well, this sticker, this hello sticker, is not transparent, but it's like a washi tape sticker, so it's like kind of see-through. So I put it on white cardstock and then fussy cut it out, and then I stuck it on this circle of blue cardstock, which I did punch out with the 1.5 inch punch that I got from Beebeecraft. In my original unboxing video, which I will link below, I did mention that the circle punch seemed a little like dull, like it was leaving some soft edges. It wasn't like a sharp cut, and then I was going to try to sharpen it with tinfoil, which I did. It did work to an extent. There were still a little bit of fraying edges. Maybe it just needs more sharpening, I'm not sure. The biggest downside I found with it actually wasn't even that once I sharpened it, but the one thing I did notice, which it's kind of a downside of the design, is there's like inside the punch, like in the circle section, there's like a dent here and a dent here, like it holds the paper down while it's punching. And it was not a dent, but like a little piece of metal sticking out kind of thing. Basically, it leaves like two little dents in the paper. And you can smooth it out, but you can still kind of see it. So when I did use the circles, I tried to cover that as much as possible with the sticker or the sentiment that I was putting on it when possible. So that's the one downside to it. I really like the punch. I wish it didn't do that because it's so much easier to use than the Michaels 1.5 inch circle punch. Again, you can go check out my review. I demonstrated how this works, where the whole punch is a lever, so you almost have to use no effort to use it, and it's a great punch. I just wish it didn't leave the little dents and it was a little sharper. I do wonder if the sharpness part is just a fluke, like I just happened to get a bit of a dud. Unfortunately, the dents that come with the paper do seem to be part of the design, so that's unfortunate. That said, I will continue to use it when I know I'm going to use the sentiments that I can probably cover those up with. And then finally for this card here, again, I just embellished with a couple of the dark blue gems. I thought it pulled in this darker blue a bit better. And then for both of these cards, again, I made the circles with the 1.5 inch circle punch. This one I didn't embellish at all because I thought it was pretty busy, and because the sticker is so small, I wanted it to stick out. And then with this one, again, I also embellished with the acrylic squares because I thought it just kind of pulled in the colors more. These two cards I embellished with some of the Beebeecraft gems. This one I used smaller gems than with this one because just the way I ended up cutting out the cardstock, that there was less around the edges on this one, so just use the tiniest gems available and then use like the next two sizes up on this one. These two I didn't bother to embellish because I thought they looked good enough as they were, and then I didn't embellish these two because I thought they were busy enough. These were another two that I thought had enough going on, they didn't need embellishments. Again, this was a clear sticker, so I just stuck it on some white cardstock. Same for these two, had a lot going on, so I didn't bother to embellish them. And then these two I embellished in slightly different ways. This one I used a couple of the iridescent gems from Beebeecraft just in the corners, again kind of to pull in all the different colors together because it's iridescent, so it reflects different colors. And then I just used the iridescent pearl type gems from Beebeecraft in the corners because I wanted to give it something else, even though it's a pretty busy card, but I didn't want it to like stick out too much. These two I left unembellished again because of the busyness. And as always, I should point out, when I use dark cardstock to make a card, I put white cardstock inside so you can actually write on it. These two I embellished kind of the same, but also kind of different. I felt like this one just needed a gem on each corner here, and then this one I put a gem on each corner, but then I also put two of these orangey acrylic squares, I think just to bring in some of the orange. This one there's more orange on this paper to kind of go with these, but this one only had like little streaks that were mostly covered up by the sentiment. This one I would have mostly left by itself because again it's very busy, but because this is such a big sentiment, I just felt the white was drowning things out a little bit, so I just threw a couple of the red gems onto it. And then this one I used some of the tinier gems on the corners of the sentiment and then two of the bigger ones in the corners just to sort of bring some more focus because there was a lot of semi-negative space around this part and it looked a little empty, so I thought the gems kind of pulled it all together. And then with these last two, this one again I wanted to just sort of pull it all together, so I used two of the little iridescent pearl gems in the corners here, and then I used a couple of the pearl acrylic squares in the opposite corners. And then this one I ended up only doing one green card because when it came down to it, all I had left for paper that coordinated that went in this part of the design was this paper with the green scallops on it, and it was the reverse side of either this paper or the one with all the books, so I had to go with the green card to pull it all together, and then I just added a couple of green gems. But again, I didn't want to embellish it too much because it is pretty busy. And that is it for this first batch of projects made with the items that were sent to me by Beebeecraft. Again, thank you so much to Beebeecraft for sending me these items. I really enjoyed playing with them, and I will enjoy playing with them some more coming up soon. I have some ideas to use up some of that summer-themed paper I ordered back in May. Again, all three items that were sent to me will be linked below, as will my original unboxing haul video will be linked below as well, and you should go check them out. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please give it a share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click the little bell in the corner to be notified when I next upload a video. My Instagram, Facebook, and other ways to support the channel will be linked below, and I will see you guys in the next one.